Good morning, everybody.
Good morning and good Yontif, Rabbi.
Good Yontif. Today's the 10th day of the Kislev, and in the Hasidic calendar, in the year 1826, the Mittel Rebbe, the second Rebbe of Chabad, Rebbe, was released from his confinement in Vitebsk in prison. Words have arrived on Cholamoid Sukkot that informers have denounced him to the authorities. And on the first day of Parshas Noach, the 28th of Tishrei, basically a short while after the holidays of Sukkot, he was escorted to by several officials to the police station, and on today's day he was released. So today is a day that is a yontif for the Hasidim, that the Mittel Rebbe was released. Now to talk a little bit about the Mittel Rebbe. The Mittel Rebbe's father was the first Rebbe of Chabad, Reb Shneir Zalman. So even though you could imagine the holiness in that house, the official time that they started teaching the kid was 3 years old. By 3 years old, the Alter Rebbe sent for one of his Hasidim to come to him, and he comes inside. He says, I have a job, I have a mitzvah, and you have a mitzvah. I have a mitzvah to teach my children, and you have an obligation to feed your family, to have parnasa. So let's switch. You're going to teach my son, and I'm going to support you. So he says, but I want you also to understand how to teach my son. You're going to teach him the Aleph Beis, but I want you not only to teach him the letters, but to teach him the idea behind the letters. So he explained to him, what is an Aleph? An Aleph has a Yud on top, a dot on top, and a Yud on the bottom, and a dot on the bottom. The Yud on top represents God. The Yud on bottom represents the Jew. And the stick in the middle represents the love to Hashem, the connection to Hashem, the Torah, that connects the Jew from below to God from above. So even the letters, everything you're learning has a certain level of depth and Torah. Now, after that, once people saw that the Alter Rebbe hired this rabbi to teach his son, everybody wanted that this rabbi should teach their son. So he ended up making 2 classes. He made 2 classes. And he would teach one class, and then when he would teach the other class, they had to review, the first class would have to review while the second class was being taught. So the Mittel Rebbe, Rebbe, as a young little 3-year-old, was put into the younger class, because he was just starting. But in a short while, he started to listen what was going on in the older class, instead of reviewing. So the teacher wanted to rebuke him. Hey, you're not spending your time, you're not studying. So he decided he's going to test him. He's probably going to find a place where he doesn't know. They'll tell him, aha, you see? Now you have to study. So he tested him, but he knew everything. He said, I'm in trouble. This guy knows everything. So after a short while, he bumped him up to the next class. He bumped him up to the next grade. And then, a short while later, he tells the Alter Rebbe, I've taught him everything I can. He's already not, he doesn't need to be here. So basically, the Alter Rebbe got other teachers to teach him. By 5 years old, listen to this, Yonatan. By 5 years old, Reb Doiv Ber made a siyum. He made a siyum by 5 years old on the whole Tanakh, by heart. The whole Tanakh, the Torah, Nevi'im, and Ksuvim. That's what it says. By 5 years old, he made a Tanakh. Now, a lot of times as a kid, he would sit with the Hasidim, and he would say things. And most of the Hasidim decided that it was obviously things that he heard from his father. So one time they came into the Alter Rebbe, they said, we heard from your son in your name. So Alter Rebbe says, what did you hear? So he tells it to him. He says, that's not from my name. That's his own, but it makes sense. It fits. So that's just a little touch of the Mittel Rebbe. The Mittel Rebbe was the second Rebbe. The Tzemach Tzedek was the third Rebbe. The third Rebbe of Chabad was the Tzemach Tzedek. So one time the Tzemach Tzedek said a Hasidic insight or a Hasidic mimer, and it was the same concept that this Chassid heard years beforehand by the previous Rebbe, by the Mittel Rebbe. But the Mittel Rebbe said it with great length and explanation. And the Hasidic, this third Rebbe said it in short. So he came into the Rebbe after and says, listen, Rabbi, the Rebbe before you said it in such, elaboration and everything, and you said it in so short. Well, what happened? So he says, petach, like you fool, what you don't understand. The Rebbe beforehand, he could take anything and build it and build it and build it and build it. That's how holy he was. That's how great he was. He said, if you would cut his finger, this is what the Tzemach Tzedek told this chassid, if you would cut my father-in-law's finger, blood wouldn't come out, Chassidus would come out, Torah would come out. But what does that mean? What does it mean? Well, he actually cut his finger, Torah would come out. It means to say, just like your blood is your life, is your energy, That's what gives you, you get all heated up. Oh, I'm excited, right? That's the blood's raging inside of you. So too, by the Mittel Rebbe, it was so much he was involved in learning Torah. At 5 years old, he already made us see him. So, this was his whole day, his whole life, everything. That if you would cut his finger, the energy would come out. What's the energy by him? The Torah. So we have to learn from that to try a little bit of energy. We have to have like that also, right? We have to go solar. You got to get Torah energy now. Got to go solar. Hashem should help. We should be inspired, and this day is an auspicious day, and we should be able to daven and beseech good things, and we should be zeicher to hear excellent news. Just like this is a padiyah. He came out of jail. This should have an effect that pada b'shalom. We should have a padiyah of all the hostages should come out with peace, in peace, meaning to say in peace, not that we make peace, but that the enemies make peace with you. That's real peace. That the enemies come and they make peace with you. Hashem should help. It should happen. Amen.